The conclusion of the Vietnam War in 1973 marked a critical turning point, culminating in the signing of the Paris Peace Accords that ended U.S. involvement. This agreement sought to foster peace and establish a political solution. The societal repercussions were significant, as protests against the Vietnam War transformed into a celebratory atmosphere upon its end. Nevertheless, the political fallout from the Watergate scandal fostered a pervasive climate of distrust toward government institutions. The Watergate scandal ignited with a break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters, unveiling severe corruption within the Nixon administration. This led to extensive investigations and ultimately resulted in Nixon's resignation. In the aftermath of Nixon's resignation, Gerald Ford granted him a controversial pardon, igniting debates over accountability and justice in political spheres. This decision carried far-reaching effects on perceptions of presidential power and public sentiment. The Watergate scandal, characterized by unlawful activities, fundamentally reshaped public trust in government and introduced the term "gate" as a suffix for subsequent political scandals. This transformation has influenced the perception of political events to this day. The Apollo 13 mission illustrated remarkable human resilience and problem-solving amid crisis, capturing public fascination and underscoring the trials of space exploration. This incident precipitated significant enhancements in NASA's safety protocols for future missions. Apollo 16, launched on April 16, 1972, allowed astronauts to traverse nearly 17 miles across the lunar highlands with a rover. This exploration yielded vital scientific insights into the moon's geological features. In December 1972, Apollo 17 marked the final lunar mission, featuring the last 2 astronauts to walk on the moon's surface. Their contributions profoundly advanced our understanding of lunar science. The Apollo missions not only achieved impressive technological advancements, but also played a crucial role in the U.S. space race, igniting national pride and public interest in space exploration. This period remains a significant chapter in U.S. history. The Kent State shootings on May 4, 1970, were a heart-wrenching tragedy, resulting in the deaths of 4 students during a protest against the Vietnam War. This incident provoked nationwide outrage and fueled protests across college campuses. The first Earth Day, celebrated on April 22, 1970, represented a watershed moment in environmental awareness. Organized by Senator Gaylord Nelson, it galvanized over 20 million participants advocating for ecological responsibility. The release of the Pentagon Papers unveiled the U.S. government's decision-making processes during the Vietnam War, intensifying public discontent and eroding trust. This report significantly influenced the anti-war movement throughout the 1970s. Daniel Ellsberg's disclosure of the Pentagon Papers resulted in legal consequences, including charges of conspiracy and espionage, which were later dismissed due to improper conduct by the Nixon administration. This scenario highlights the complexities surrounding whistleblowing. The Camp David Accords represented a pivotal diplomatic achievement, fostering peace between Egypt and Israel after enduring decades of conflict. This agreement exemplified the potential for resolution amidst entrenched rivalries in international relations. Jimmy Carter's election in 1976 emerged in the wake of public disillusionment stemming from the Watergate scandal, underscoring the demand for ethical governance. His campaign resonated with voters yearning for integrity and a departure from previous political misconduct. The Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, or SALT, played a critical role during the Cold War, aiming to curtail nuclear weapons between the United States and the Soviet Union. These negotiations commenced in 1969 and yielded significant treaties. Desegregation emerged as a central issue in mid-20th century America, with the civil rights movement actively combating racial segregation. This movement was dedicated to ensuring equality and eliminating discrimination across the nation. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 alongside the Voting Rights Act of 1965 constituted landmark legislation designed to eradicate racial discrimination and safeguard voting rights for all citizens. These pivotal laws played an essential role in the advancement of civil rights.